Folks, welcome back, everybody. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Invest. I know you missed me. I haven't uploaded a video in an entire day. Today we return to the world of sorcery for our second beta box opening, ladies and gentlemen. Today for the patron Drew P. Drew says, Rudy, all the way over there in good old Reno. Good old Reno, Nevada. Ah, yes. Reno, Nevada, a place with a lot of heat like Florida, but it's dry heat, no humidity, good old Vegas style heat. So, and yes, folks, before everybody freaks out, yes, we send the patron the actual boxes after the video, so they get the dust codes in the bottom. And sit back, relax as we journey and explore the world of sorcery once again. And yeah, the hype remains very. The hype remains very massive. To my surprise, I thought people would be kind of cooling off and calming down and everything, moving into kind of post-beta release. And friendly reminder, folks, there's no years or card numbers on the bottom of sorcery cards. You have the B for beta. You see that right there at the bottom of the card. And of course, the wording is the rarity. So you can see on here like exceptional. You have beautiful exceptional. And a beautiful exceptional, and of course over here we have our gorgeous edge of the world, our elite sites right there. And then we have all our ordinaries in the back here with the absolutely mind-blowingly beautiful artwork. And of course somewhere in the back here, if you get a random card that's not an ordinary, you most likely have a curio, and of course the avatar card in the back. And of course, very cool box topper. I love the little mini token type things in the back. I always thought that was a really cool thing there. And of course, Drew, keep in mind everywhere, hopefully we get a curio or something crazy, and of course, we'll send you a card that's not covered in dust, all the way over to the old PCG. You can kind of take a look at what everything looks like. And hey, maybe you get lucky and you get a 10 over here, like the beautiful Miss Devilish Smile. And if you have signed, by the way, if you have sorcery cards, maybe not covered in dust, if you do have sorcery cards, keep in mind, you can submit those to us at PCG. And keep in mind, you can submit it, do a manual submission as a beta card or alpha card, label it as a curio, we will verify it, and we do slab and mark curio cards for everybody. I know that's a big thing with a lot of other companies, and they won't do that. They won't grade curios, they get rejected. I know there's been all kinds of turmoil with that kind of thing, but please understand. Rudy at PCG, Florida here. Yeah, send us your stuff. We'll make it happen. We'll burn that crap with a laser. We'll get it back to you. Ooh, look at that beautiful east-west dragon. We'll get it back to you within 5 years, and you will eventually be happy, and we all move forward. So that is what's going on, folks. We have not seen, remember, the foil cards have the backing. And, of course, good old sorcery cards, they always have those slightly frayed corners. You guys see that? You always have the slightly rough corners from the edgeware, and the edges and corners of sorcery cards are always a little, like if you look at that, you'll usually see due to the rougher, not as sharp printer blades as they should be. So it kind of creates a little bit of a rougher, beautiful, beautiful Battle Mage avatar. Gorgeous card there in our nice elite slot. And then we always got to scan through the old ordinaries there, make sure we're not missing anything crazy. And it's, again, we don't expect to get a curio card or something crazy just doing some sorcery box openings. Honestly, Drew, we don't expect it. We hope for it, but the probability is so extraordinarily low. Beautiful, unique there. Gorgeous, Lord. And again, we always just have to do a quick scan. You can kind of, as I'm scanning, you can see the art, and as long as it says ordinary, it is in the correct place. Some of these cards, was it this one? No. Some of these things, man, I don't even know. Have they discovered? Because there's no way to know, like, the full checklist of curios. Like, I had a patron send me a message the other day. The siren's beautiful. I had a patron send me, God, these site cards, man. The lands, these uniques, they're gorgeous, man. I had a patron send me a message the other day that there's even there's even a dagger or something, or like a sword or dagger, and the only way you know it's a curio is if it, in the beta box, if it actually has an alpha logo at the bottom. I was super confused about it. I had to like Google and research that. Apparently there's even a card that is a curio. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Our first foil of the box. We got an exceptional, gorgeous Tragedy Worrywart for Drew. Beautiful, beautiful. There's our first foil of the box. Oh, I love the art. But no, apparently there's this card where Sorcery screwed up on the alpha printing, and they didn't put the alpha logo. So in beta, they turned the card into a CURIO by having the alpha logo. So it's not an alpha card, it's a beta CURIO. It's super crazy. So there's a lot of really, really weird things. Ooh, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Ordinary foil. God, the foil. See, that's the thing. Like, for those of you out there who want to start a new card game, CCG, TCG, or anything, look at the foiling on this. Do you notice how the foiling... By the way, Melissa Benson. Oh, I'm losing my voice. You notice how the foiling isn't overpowering. It complements the art. It doesn't supplement, doesn't replace the art, it complements it. And it's just so nice, man, to have a foil that doesn't make the art less blurry. That's been one of my complaints with Magic in some of these recent years, is that some of the new, oh, beautiful there, chains. Some of my complaints, some of the foiling and all these different things, it takes away from the art itself. Beautiful ordinary foil there, the old Mad Dash, and of course the beautiful back to that. Just an ordinary one, but there you go. Okay, so we started off a little slow. Now we just nailed, what, 3 foils back to back in the packs? That is, and by the way, the foil prices are not cheap. If you were looking to collect sorcery cards and you want a complete set of, I guess a foil beta set, I guess is the way to say it. If you want a complete foil beta set, oh, God, and if you want a complete foil alpha set, oh my gosh, forget it, man. Absolutely beautiful Quagmire there. Giggity! And of course over here, beautiful little lighthouse and a gorgeous elite monster there. Yeah, the pricing on these singles has been absolutely unbelievable. Even as a little bit of product just sloshes around the market and everything, like I've been hearing rumors so far, and again, I can't confirm this isn't speaking for the company. I'm hearing rumors that I don't know if they're going to do massive reprints of beta. A lot of speculation was swirling, beautiful, unique orb there. There was a lot of speculation a few weeks back that, right after the release of beta, that Eric and Simon then were discussing that they were going to reprint all of beta substantially 4 or 5 times. There's a lot of conversation. I discussed in the video because people kept messaging me. And, you know, I can't speak on behalf of the company. I don't own the company or anything. I talk to them, but I don't know what they're deciding to do. I don't know what their specific print runs are going to be. But in my opinion, they watch the market. They know what's going on. I don't think the company is going to risk printing beta sorcery to the ground. And I think the risk is just so high, I don't think it's worth any extra little bit of revenue to possibly do damage to the brand this early in the cycle in creation of the card game. I personally don't see that happening. That's my opinion. At least I would hope not. I think they're pretty smart people. I would think they would understand that. So because what was happening is the public is saying, oh, you know, since they're not doing many sets throughout the years, you know, they have to, ooh, beautiful avatar there. Is the avatar, someone give me a comment below. If you get these avatars, like Seer here, and we had another one, in the rare slot of the pack, is it still considered, are there different rarities of the avatars? Because it doesn't have like ordinary or elite or exceptional. These just say avatar. So are there different rarities? How do we know the rarity of an avatar? I just want to lay that out there. I had a conversation about that with a patron, and I did not know the answer to it. And I figured some of you all are probably super sorcery experts and actually been playing the game, opening a lot more packs than me, and I just don't have that knowledge. Beautiful elite there. Those druids look great. And of course, just a quick scan to make sure we do not have any hidden bizarre rare cards in the back there. So I think as the film of this video, I think beta sorcery boxes are what? Maybe $190 on TCG Player plus tax, so what, maybe $210 shipped for a box. See, another avatar in the rare slot. That's our third one in the box. A lot of people have asked me, Rudy, do you think that's a good price? Ooh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, our first Disintegrate. We got an elite foil. Absolutely beautiful looking card there. Again, as always, remember with sorcery cards, when we put a, you can see the rougher printer lines when they stamp and cut these cards at the factory. You can see the chipping on the corners and the edge where you guys see that right there. You can see the rougher corners. So historically, it is incredibly difficult to next to impossible to get certain cards in like perfect 10s or anything. Now again, you can probably, I don't know, I'm sure there's some grading companies out there that don't care. They'll just pop it all as straight 10s and say thank you very much, come back. But just being honest with you guys, the reality is if you look at the backs of sorcery cards, one of the things they struggle with is you can see all the white. It doesn't have a clean, smooth cut. Like this Atlas isn't too bad, but some of these cards, oh, we got a foil there. Okay, we got a nice little foil in the middle there. That's the only thing is sometimes hopefully, I know the company's aware of it, and hopefully we do see some correction of that. We get some beautiful wild boars, nice little comment there. Oh, and a regular boar. Hopefully the factories and maybe the blades get a little sharper so that we have cleaner cut edges and corners on sorcery cards in the future. That'd be nice. But all right, here we go. Elite Mora. There's the assassin there. And we got some ordinaries. Any foils hiding inside of here? I do not see any foils or anything special. So we are past the halfway point through box one. Pick up a little bit of speed, everybody. And I know the cards are just so beautiful. You want to stop and look at it. Beautiful relic there. I love that mechanical looking, that steampunk gear style. That's so cool, man. Bunch of ordinaries over here and no foils in the pack. Gorgeous looking. I guess we could talk about Alpha for a second. I always get people asking me, Rudy, I thought Alpha was going to stay flat or pull back once we got more supply. Beautiful. I love the sight cards, man. The smokestacks. Dude, the sights, man. Like those, they're just so cool looking. And of course, these remind me of Rudy's old paintings, 18th, 19th century eras. Are just so cool, man. Anyways, as far as Alpha pricing, I had some patron messages on, hey, Rudy, I know you don't sell or have a bunch of Alpha or anything like that for sale. You never offer it to patrons. That's correct. I don't, and I never will. And what do you think about Alpha pricing for the singles and the boxes? Do you think I should wait to buy some of them? Do you think the prices are going to soften? All right, I'll be very blunt with you all regarding the pricing and everything of Alpha product of Sorcery. The only thing that's really going to be able to drop the price of Alpha boxes is if a bunch of supply shows up, somehow secretly gets reprinted, oops, or something shady, or the company goes rogue. Something weird would have to happen for a bunch more of those boxes to exist. Because as of right now, the quantity of actual sealed Alpha on the market and the quantity left not open is not very high. I mean, it's nothing like, WTR Alpha Flesh and Blood. It's not that low. But at the same time, there's not tens of thousands of unopened Alpha boxes out there. It's just not true. Now, if Sorcery releases a product in 2 years from now, and let's say it collapses or they overprint it, ooh, rest in peace. If something like that happens, and we have a major pullback correction or collapse or something along the lines of a bear market or the first downturn in Sorcery, which is usually sparked by overprinting or a bad release. If you avoid, Elite, if you avoid those two particular problems, you can kind of keep, beautiful Elite there. Replication. Gorgeous foil Elite. Holy smokes, that's a nice hit. And remember, folks, besides the two-sided cards in these foils, when you get a foil card, the silver around that text box is actually lifted. It's actually raised off the card. It's textured for Rudy's pleasure. It's really nice in person. I don't think that really comes through on camera. Wow, that's some good amount of actual non-common foils in this particular opening. In box one, there's a nice unique there. We have another foil coming up. Very nice. Let's see here. Ooh, look at that. Exceptional. I think it's our first sight foil. That is our first sight foil card in the box. Okay. Very nice to see. So anyways, let's finish out box one here. But my overall concept, everybody, is no. I do not, the only thing we're going to be able to do, or the market, or the only way we'll see a report or anything dramatic change. Wow, really another exceptional sight. Dude, we are pulling in some serious, oh, is that a cut on the card or is it the art? Is that a cut or part of the art? Does anybody know? I don't know. It might be part of the art. We're going to need a catalyst. If we do not see the company make any major mistakes, they don't crash the print run, they don't make their next set overprint, if they hold true to making a collectible card game, not a game piece card game, the grapple shot, ordinary foil, if they hold true to that kind of business approach and concept, this company and this game is going to have a very, very massive and a very, very bright future. But it's God, those glow looks so cool. Now, whether or not they're able to navigate that, it's a lot tougher than it sounds, everybody. On the surface, everyone's, you just print more as the game grows and everything works out. I don't think you all realize the complexity, because the company has to determine how much to print, how much to do. Distributors now know the game is successful, so everyone's going to request billions of boxes. We need as much as, look, we got pre-orders for like 1 million boxes now. You got to up the print run to 250,000 to a half. Like that, you're going to start getting that now. It's going to start coming to a Sorcery, and it's going to be up to management to be able to see through that and realize, wait. Do we really have that demand? Or is that flipping? Is that singles? Are these, you got to be very, 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 very careful, saying, oh gosh, each distributor's requesting 100,000 boxes. This is insane. Do whatever you want. You got to be careful with that. They could be saying, hey, we want 10,000. No, this time we want 25,000. The numbers can get very large, which the companies then see dollar signs, and you get into that very, very slippery, dangerous slope. Because if you fill that and too much product goes out there and everybody over requested it and everyone just starts trying to flip it, you're going to have a problem. And once that downward momentum happens, you're going to be in big, big trouble, everybody. So, I personally, one of the things Sorcery has going for it came out a lot further after the boom and bust of the market with MetaZoo, Flesh and Blood, all the Kickstarter stuff that's already failed. They came out after it all. They kind of watched everybody else. They've seen what happens with print runs, and if you don't adjust, if you don't lower, if you're not nimble enough, they've seen the side effects. And I think that's a huge curve. That's kind of a competitive advantage. Ooh, beautiful aqua. Beautiful potion there. Love it. Not foil, though. I think they have the ability to use that to their advantage. That's my opinion. The fact that they are able to operate after that boom and bust of COVID is actually a huge advantage of Sorcery because everybody already knows what it is. People love the product. And I don't think... I just don't see them immediately ramping up to some outrageous 100, 200,000 print run. I don't think they're going to do that. And as long as they play conservative, and again, there's nothing wrong with underdoing a print run. Think about this. I tell everyone this all the time. Like all these people contact me with new card games and everything. If you're uncertain, make a small print run. And then if the prices go crazy and everyone's excited, do another small wave. Not a big deal. Do not just annihilate it. Pay a little extra cost for another startup fee or whatever. Pay a little extra per box. Play it safe. Do not overdo the market because it is so difficult to recover after something like that happens. It's so difficult, everybody. But it's easy to just kind of slowly just do a little wave. Okay, well, no, let's back off. Let's give it some time. Let's wait 60 days. It's easy to do that. But man, once you cause damage and everybody starts backing away and that trust is cracked or fractured, I mean, the biggest thing right now, you see that with MetaZoo, everybody. The Hello Kitty thing happened. Everybody was excited. And then the company partnered with TCG Player and just absolutely annihilated the product within 30 days of release. I mean, just started selling boxes for $70. I mean, below the pretty much partner distribution cost, completely destroyed the market. And I don't know how MetaZoo is going to be able to recover from this one. It's very, very disappointing to see. It's an absolute tragedy. And these companies, look, I can report news and talk to you guys about my opinion, but I can't control. I don't have ownership, and I have no way to help you all or comment or try to fix or do anything about these situations. These companies are going to do what they're going to do. And usually when they grow and get to a certain size, people like me, they kind of back away. The public gets angry. Rudy just causes damage, and time goes on. And usually, I kind of just back off into the sunset, and hopefully the companies know what they're doing. And that's when they make missteps, they pay the price. And I told everybody that with everything. If you make a mistake and you're a new card game, you don't have the ability like Magic and Pokemon, where if you release a bad product or you overprint, the market is very, very forgiving to those big companies because they have a long track record. Everybody knows the value, the weight, the size of that market. New card games, you don't got that privilege. You need 5-10 years minimum of success to really build that credibility. And if you blow up at the beginning, oh God, the ability to recover from that is so bad. It's so low, everybody. I don't know how people can do that, but that happens a lot. And unfortunately, most of the Kickstarters and all these new card games that came in the COVID era, oh, baby! Box 2 first foil, Drew. We got a flippin' orb. Oh, man. Gorgeous card. Box 2 first foil. Absolutely amazing. Holy smokes. That's a nice beta hit. Holy crap. So, anyway, I want to return to a question I was rambling about a minute ago, though. And that is the people asking about Sorcery Alpha. as long as the price of the Alpha, I talk about this, the same thing with like MetaZoo and Flesh and Blood and things like that. I love the Jihad card. The price of a lot of these products is not as, it doesn't lean on, oh, I thought we had something. It doesn't lean on the set itself. The price and future value of most sealed product is dictated on the success of the game, the success of the company's future decisions. If the company does very well and the company continues to be successful, well, the products like Alpha Sorcery will naturally rise to $1,500 to $2,000 plus a box. That will naturally happen. If the company makes missteps and it causes concerns, you're going to see, ooh, what do we got here? Ooh, a nice arid desert. I love the Jihad arid desert instead of arid mesa. There's so many little, like, I don't know, you want to say like throwing mud and stones at wizards, or there's so many little things that you can feel, like, I don't know, a little bit of the common, you can feel some of the little things towards Magic. I'm telling you, at least I can. But anyway, that's my attitude towards it. Ooh, beautiful replication on that one, non-foil. But that's how I view these things. And so many people, I don't think, are viewing it in a way of, oh, I wonder if Alpha boxes can go to 2,000-3,000 in Sorcery. Sure they can. Because again, as long as a bunch more don't just show up out of nowhere on the market. Ooh, I love the land deed. And as long as the company continues to do well and more people enter the space of playing, collecting, and investing in these cards, and the fact that, you know, this game is built around collectability, not game pieces, you have the fact that the curios are so rare. The foils are rare and special. The fact that they have that. The prices aren't insane. Nice little, I love that sinkhole, anybody? They have a lot going for them. And the fact that Wizards and Hasbro and Magic has done so much damage to their own brand, kind of how, you know, a lot of success on Flesh and Blood came from, well, simply put, Magic and Hasbro doing so much damage to themselves, it helped people move to Flesh and Blood. They helped the other company's success. I mean, that's how stupid some of these big companies become. They get so big and cocky, they just don't see it. So, anyway, so as we approach the end of this video, I know, oh God, it's so cool. That mirror art is, oh, that is going to be one of the best pieces of art. That's my attitude on Sorcery Alpha. I will let everybody know. Also, keep in mind, if you're watching this video, we're 22 minutes in. The only people who really care at this point are really serious people. We are working on the second and final wave of the Sorcery Immolation. I love it, Magic card. The second and final beta sale we are working on. We're only probably about 45 days out, would be my guess. And we will be doing a new promo card, exclusive one. It will be burned by the laser and slabbed and encapsulated and everything. And it will be exclusive Sorcery promo number 2, burned and engraved on the slab with PCG. Okay, so I know a lot of you all are already collecting the series of it, and the fact that the first one's labeled as number 1, the next one's going to be labeled as number 2. I know there's already quite a bit of chitter chatter, and I know the cards online. I try to warn everybody, but yeah, I know they're very expensive and they're very difficult to come across. And the beautiful, beautiful Riddle Sphinx, one of my favorite cards in the set. And yeah, just a comment. Never mind. I thought we had something else. Extinguish. Foil number 3. It's still a common, but it is a beautiful one. So yeah, we're about 45 days away. The goal is to make the same little bundles and kits as we did the first time. Yeah, beautiful Wrath of the Sea. The goal is 3 booster boxes, a starter brick, and of course, yes, hopefully. By the way, we never got the playmats. I know some people are like, Rudy, whatever happened to your pallets? I was like, to this day, the last message I got was literally from like customs import-export and like an airline saying we still can't find them. The airline is looking for them after it landed into the United. Like, to this day, no one knows what happens. Like, to this day, just, okay, that's real helpful. But thanks for the complicated disaster issue that you caused all of us, but I appreciate that. Anyway, so yeah, the second super mega launch exclusive thing coming up here, folks, is going to be really exciting. It's going to be a ton of fun, and it's going to be very high demand. We increased it from 1,000 to 2,000 bundles. Obviously, limit 1. I have no idea how it's going to go. I would assume the demand is going to be off the chart because, simply put, I don't really plan on changing the price. I don't really plan on doing much difference. Worst case scenario, maybe I lower the price 10 bucks or I raise it 10 bucks or something. We'll have to calculate all the numbers. As far as the playmat goes, it looks like, ooh, I love the vampire. It looks like we are getting, or supposed to get this time, fingers crossed it shows up. And I thought that was a foil at first, sorry. We are supposed to get, this time around, are you ready? Oh, look at that. All right, Poltergeist Elite Foil, absolutely awesome. So we're supposed to be doing an exclusive special playmat this time. Supposed to be. Now, hopefully it shows up safely. And, yeah. So I'm really excited to get started and all that stuff. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of lead time behind the scenes to get that ready for launch. Beautiful, beautiful ordinary. Another ordinary foil. All right, so we're starting to pick up on the foils in this part of the box. We went quite a bit there without very many foils. Box 1 was very foil heavy. At least it seemed that way. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the Sorcery Beta exclusive Rudy Bundle number 2 for all of you watching, the patrons and everything. It'll be a really, really fun launch. 2024 is going to be a really interesting situation, everyone. Like, I know most of you all are gone and no one cares anymore. Everything went to zero attitude, but I really want to see if Hasbro is going to stand by their word and they're going to save Magic and adjust. I'm very, very curious to see how they follow through with that. I'm really curious to see how Sorcery is going to have after their big main release and what they're going to do moving forward, how they're going to stay stable. I'm curious to see what happens with Flesh and Blood and their products and print runs, and are they able to hold above map pricing? I'm curious to see, does MetaZoo still release products after all their endless disasters and everyone's backing away? I have no idea. MetaZoo prices are the cheapest they've ever been. I mean, my goodness, everything is just well, unless it's native. Besides native, everything's cheap. It's going to be a very, very interesting situation to see, I guess, how things unfold. I'm really curious. Same thing, like even One Piece, like Disney Lorcana. I'm very, very curious to see, are these new guys going to finally overprint and create, ramp up the printers and on set 6 or 7 or 8 or, ordinary foil, nice little scarab there. Is Disney Lorcana going to stand by their game piece mentality that all Disney boxes should be under MSRP? Are they going to continue to do like 5, 6, 7 reprints? Oh, there's our pillars. Oh, man. Best playmat ever. So I can't, there's a lot of unknowns, there's a lot of things that really make, exceptional. Finally, a non-common, beautiful, exceptional foils. Like, please, anything but an ordinary common. All right, very cool. So, do we get the same amount of foil? I think we are. Other people told me who've done a lot of mass box openings on Sorcery. The quantity of foils, another mix, I love the potions. I know it's not as good as the infamous gems that are impossible to get or some sort of Philosopher's Stone, but dude, those potions are really cool, man. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, everyone. So that's what we can expect. I'll tell you guys what I have coming up here for patrons in the channel and everything. I'll let you guys know what we got coming up, and then I'll let you guys kind of chitter-chatter about it, and we're working on a lot of things behind the scenes. And, Mother Nature unique foil. Very nice. We're finally getting some good. I was like, I swear, was it the first video? We had a ton of foils, but they were all like ordinaries. I think some of the patrons said, or some of the comments, not patrons, were like, dude, Rudy, it's so many common ones. But finally, and again, obviously, if I missed a curio or anything crazy, godly, another unique foil. Lord of Unland. I love that, like Lord of Atlantis. Lord of Unland, Lord of Atlantis. Anybody? I love it. It's so cool. Holy smoke. Yeah, make sure you yell at me in the comment section if I did miss a curio or I screwed something up. But I'm trying to be a little bit more vigilant. But obviously, I'm an old guy who lives on tacos. So if I missed a curio, please let me know, everybody. Final comments, 29 minutes in the video. I felt that was a pretty good video, Drew. I mean, most of your money is going to be in those foils. The foil premium, I know, unlike Magic, is super high. Foils, uniques, and exceptionals, and elites. I mean, these foil cards, especially foil uniques type, I mean, these things, those are where the big money's at. And that's why I keep telling everyone, as long as those cards remain collectible and truly special, the box prices are going to stay $150, $250 for beta boxes. Because these foil cards alone, if you go online and hit foil beta Lord of Unland or foil beta unique Mother Nature, like, people want those, and they are selling constantly, and they are not bulk dollar cards. Foils and Sorcery are special. It's like Cold Foil and Flesh and Blood. They are special. Magic is the only thing that's destroyed any true value. Foils and Magic don't mean anything. They've diluted it so much, they are completely dead to everybody. They've ruined the whole thing of it. So, anyways, moving forward, everybody. Drew, thanks for being a very kind patron. If you would like I said, some people don't want any cards slabbed or graded or anything because they're players and they don't want any slabs. Send me a message to the video. I'll hand off a card to PCG, get it slabbed and graded for you. No extra charge. If you want multiple ones graded, or if you want all your foils graded or something like that, I think, what do you have total? 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you have 17 foils approximately. If you want all of them graded like that, I'll get you a couple of them for free and get you a discount for the video. And then you can only pay for maybe like 14, 15. We'll get you 2 or 3 of them graded for free. And that'll be a ton of fun. Remember, you always know if you come across a PCG card, everybody, that was in a Rudy YouTube video, because after they grade it and slab it, when I get it back, before I ship the cards to the patron, the back of the slab will have the Hollow Alpha Investment sticker added, and I will sign on the Alpha. So you'll know it came from a YouTube video. Anyways, moving forward. So yes, 45 days. We got some big stuff coming here. We got a specialty Pokemon set, the Paldean Specialty ETB, one of those specialty Pokemon, no booster boxes, specialty ETB set coming. Magic has the very, very infamous Ravnica Remastered. I am not going to be carrying the draft boxes due to the price, risks, and dangers involved. I will be carrying the Ravnica Remastered collector boxes that have serialized Shocklands and serialized, Birds of Paradise and Retro. We will be doing those. There's some people who are messaging me saying, Rudy, I'm not touching that with your 10-foot pole with your X. I've got other people messaging me, patrons asking, Rudy, how many can I buy? Are you going to offer a master case of 24 collectors at Rudy crazy pricing? Yes, I will be doing that. So we have a very split group of public and patrons who are either loving or super excited or not touching until they see what happens post-release. Kind of what happened with X1. Now, with Sorcery, same thing. 45 days, we're targeting around that February 1st range to do the Sorcery Beta second and final wave. I have no plans of doing anything else with the Sorcery on Beta unless the company does something small or special. At least they haven't told me about anything. So that'll be including the 2,000 bundles with the exclusive all-new epic. I think the artwork's better. I'm going to say it right now. No disrespect to Frazetta, Dr. Frank on his first art. But on this second one, I think it's better. I'm just laying it out there. If I had to pick between the two, I would take the second one. That is just my opinion. So that is going to be a really hot, big deal. And when you all see the artwork in the coming weeks, you're going to understand. I expect demand to be off the chart. It's going to be a strict limit of 1 Sorcery kit per patron. Even then, I hope it doesn't sell out in 3 minutes like it happened last time. We had over 1,000 people send payments in under 3 minutes of Sorcery, and it was insane. So hopefully 2,000 kits, we don't have that problem. And yes, crypto payments and military vets and first responders will have early access to locking in the order. And I already have about 80 patrons, I think, that have their first order that when I ran out of, we had them moved over. So we probably have like 1,900 kits technically available. And I think it's going to be a really big deal. 3 booster boxes, bricks, supposedly an exclusive special playmat, the new exclusive epic Ladies of Beauty for the multiple women on this card, and it is going to be really amazing thing. And then, of course, in between that, we are going to have the first major hit release, heavy hitters of Flesh and Blood into 2024. We're going to start talking about that in the next week or so. And yeah, that's really where it's at. And by the time you watch this video, I'm supposed to be having a one-piece sale any day now. Hopefully either today, or maybe if you watch this on a Sunday, or this Sunday, or next Sunday. I haven't decided which one I'm going to pop it on yet, but we're going to have a small one-piece sale. It's just, you can't get a lot of boxes. I've been trying to get other boxes from other stores and paying extra just to offer to patrons. I'm doing the best I can, and just to get like 50 bundles, and patrons can comment on the post or whatever. And I'm making a little bundle with 5-6 boxes. I added up TCG Player, took off $50 to $100, and that's it. That's all I can say. I just don't have enough to go around. Sorry. That's all I have to say, folks. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I do think Sorcery is going to continue to. I think they have the management, and they have the experience coming in after, Flesh and Blood, and after the Kickstarter boom, and after the MetaZoo, and all the missteps, and everything that's happened. I think that gives Sorcery a very interesting competitive advantage because they've been able to watch what happened to everybody else through the boom and bust. And it's going to be interesting if they're, as long as they're able to hold that good, stable, level head. I think that's going to be very powerful for Sorcery. I really do. And, you know, just the fact that they don't believe in game pieces and that mentality of everything being free and cheap, that's, you know, they're going to have a big playground ahead of them, because a lot of people who are disenfranchised and angry in Magic, they've moved to Sorcery and Flesh and Blood, and a lot of their money is not being spent on Magic anymore. So, but at the same time, that, you know, if Magic does tighten up and Magic has a big year and prices stabilize and nothing collapses, that's going to put downward pressure on Sorcery and Flesh and Blood if a lot of money starts flowing back to Magic. So it's kind of an interesting, you have a lot of variables, you know, because think about it. If Wizards actually all of a sudden changes and blows everyone's mind, that will have an impact on the entire market, because all the money that's sloshing around is going to start flowing in a different direction. Do I think it's going to happen? Yeah, I think they're going to make some changes at Wizards and Magic, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really get a lot of the whales and collectors back to Magic. It's going to take a long time. And in the meantime, the Flesh and Bloods and Sorceries are going to continue to take their market share and cause damage. That's what I think is going to happen. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Don't forget, go outside. Look at the sky. Look at the sun. Make sure you have glasses on. If you get bored, dig a hole, be a carrot. Don't forget to yell at cars. And it's a beautiful world. Life is short. Make sure you're doing the right thing.